Hey, so if you've got a metal roof or if you're considering metal roofing, there's probably a few questions that come to mind. And in this video, we're going to cover the top 3 and get you the answers for those top 3 questions that we hear people ask over and over and over again about their metal roofing. Yeah, so the number 1 question is how long will a metal roof last? And it's a great question. Now, some roofs, depending on the design of metal roof, they could last well over 50 years. And depending on the climate, if you're down getting more sea salt, air from the sea blowing on it from the ocean, that's going to deteriorate them a little quicker. And it also depends on the metal. Now, what we always recommend and sell is a UV protected metal roofing. So it's got a UV coating, protects the roof from fading, gives it a 40-year warranty that the paint won't fade from the manufacturer as long as it's maintained. Of course, there's a bunch of fine print in there, but it's much better than you could get a cheaper metal and it would fade really quickly and deteriorate quickly because the paint's not protected. But to give you an actual number of years, on a exposed fastener metal roofing, like a tough rib profile or Duraclad, where the fasteners are exposed like this style, it depends on the main point of failure that you're going to see is the fasteners and that neoprene washer there. So those are going to last you about 10 to 15 years, maybe longer. I've seen some that were 30, 40 years old that were fine, but there was other ones on the same roof that had loosened or had failed. So it all depends on the installation. At 10 to 15 years, I would be checking those on a roof with exterior fasteners. They may need replaced, should just need tightened and checked, but that's the sort of thing you want to look at. The metal itself is going to last like 50 years. Now on a hidden fastener system, that's where you get more of a lifetime roof. That's where the fasteners are installed underneath and the metal clips over. Each piece clips over and protects those fasteners, so there's no exposed fasteners. Sometimes you might have some exposed fasteners along the trims, depending on the style that you go with and the installer. But generally, you're going to have pretty much no exposed fasteners on that roof. And in that case, it's going to last as long as the metal lasts. So I would give those roofs a good 50 years when done correctly. Hey, so if you have a metal roof that's deteriorating, you're worried about it, maybe you're not even worried about it yet, but it's 10, 15, 20 years old, we've got a roof inspection we can do. All you got to do is hit the link in the description or give us a call. We'll come out there, we'll do that roof inspection, and we'll let you know exactly where your roof stands. The second most common question is exactly what we kind of already talked about in question 1. It's how often do those fasteners need to be replaced on the metal roof? And on an exposed fastener metal roof, you're going to want to replace these or check them at least at about 10 to 15 years. Now, they probably won't need replacement, or maybe just a few will need replacement at that age. But you're definitely going to want to take a look and see how they're doing at about that 10 to 15 year mark. If it was my own roof, I would get up there a lot sooner. I'd probably get up there at 5 years and start taking a look at it. But what the recommendation is 10 to 15 years. Third question we get that's fairly common is, I've got a leak in my metal roof. Can it just be fixed? Does it just need a bunch of caulking? Should I replace the roof? Like, what's going on? Now, hopefully it doesn't require a full replacement. If you catch it soon enough, it's not going to require a full replacement. Now, if you're getting up there actually taking a look at your roof, or getting somebody you trust up there to take a look at your roof, then you're probably not even going to run into the leak situation to start with. But if you do run into the leak situation, it's best to figure out what sort of leak is it. Is it coming through the fasteners? Is it coming in a flashing around chimneys, that sort of thing? That's another spot you could see it where it's just been years of like ice build up there, loosening it off, whatever. Or is it coming through the boots around plumbing? Those will wear out quicker than the metal as well because they're a rubber boot that's sealed to the roof. So you want to determine where it's coming from. And in most cases, there's solutions to repair it. If it's the boot, you're going to replace it. If it's the screws are loose, you can tighten them. You can put new screws in. If it's a flashing, maybe you can replace the flashing and a couple sheets of metal that got damaged, whatever it is. Once you figure out where it's coming from, you can figure out it's generally not going to be a full replacement. And generally, my recommendation would not be to use caulking to try and fix it. That's a temporary fix. It's maybe going to get you a year or two, and then you're going to have the same problems again. Hopefully, those questions help you make good, informed decisions about your metal roofing. Metal roofing is a great way to go. I personally prefer it far beyond a shingle roofing and would highly recommend it to anybody that's looking at a new roof. And if you already have metal roofing, maintenance and repairs are going to keep that lasting for a long time.